We are officially moved. I think the last time you all saw us, we were leaving our apartment in St. Pete, and our new apartment in Palmetto was an absolute disaster. We have spent the last day and a half unpacking and getting things organized, but we are having to switch gears here because in 2 days we are hopping on a cruise.
Yeah, we haven't been at our place long, but so far we are loving it. I will say though that one thing we aren't loving quite as much as the old place is the coffee situation. The free coffee just isn't nearly as good as our last place, but the good news is that about 3 years ago, Jamie got an espresso machine from her work, and we never even used it. We never even got it out of the box until this morning. We finally have a reason to bust it out, and Jamie did make a couple of lattes, and I gotta say they were really good.
Now I do have to work on my milk steaming technique to make it a little bit smoother and creamier, so if any of you have any recommendations on how to make really good espresso or steam the milk, let us know in the comments.
Everything we were gonna give away is up here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come and check. After we got all of our stuff into the new place, I think it was a little bit overwhelming. We had a little more than I think either of us realized, so there were a few items that we were ready to let go of. Now our next stop is Walmart because we need bug spray. When we lived in St. Pete, we lived on the 18th floor for a year and the 5th floor for a little over 3 years, and the only bugs we ever saw were fruit flies. So now that we are on the ground level out of the city, it is to be expected that we will encounter more bugs, and we've already had some ants and spiders, so we're gonna take care of that. Next is UPS because I have to send my printer back from my old job. Now this thing is over 10 years old. It is a gigantic dinosaur. I was actually a little surprised that they want it back, but they sent me a box for it, so we are gonna get it back to them.
So our next stop today is a liquor store. As Jamie mentioned earlier, we are going on a cruise in a few days, and since we're doing this cruise on a budget, we did not purchase a drink package, but this cruise line does allow you to bring on a couple of bottles of wine, so we are heading to the liquor store to get honey wine, also known as mead. It's not the most common thing, and a lot of liquor stores don't even carry it. We've never been to this particular liquor store before, but we'll see if it has it.
Our last cruise was a little rough on our luggage. Our wheel and corner was completely broken off, so we are gonna see if we can find another piece of luggage here quick. Ooh, this looks promising. I'm pretty sure this was the prior piece of luggage that we had, but we're probably gonna try something else. I think we looked at every single one of these and found one that we're gonna try. It's a cow pack one. So we ended up using our Discover card points, right? Mm-hmm. So this giant luggage cost us, what, $6?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Hopefully it lasts us a little longer than the last one.
I hope so. The last one only lasted a few months, right?
Yeah, maybe like 3 or 4 uses and then the wheel got ripped off.
Yeah, but it was handled very roughly on our last cruise. Skylar is having a hard time getting in the car. There's a wasp that really wants in. Don't let it in!
Why not?
Okay. Thank goodness. He was hanging around for a while though.
He would not leave our vehicle alone.
I think we're trying to go over there, but this traffic is ridiculous. This is what, a Tuesday?
3 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm going.
Alright, we gotta go get Skylar his mead. Great. AAA discount liquors. I feel like this guy is gonna have what Skylar's looking for. We were hoping to find some Viking Blue. Do not have it here. What'd you end up with?
Well, bad news is they did not have mead, but good news is I got 2 bottles of wine for $12.
Nice. Do you know what kinds of wine they are?
No, they were both in the clearance section. Never heard of either of them, but I'm excited to try them.
Does this remind you of a situation when we lived in Sarasota?
Well, I remember spraying the exterior of our house in Sarasota, but I don't remember exactly why.
Well, in our house in Sarasota, we would get these giant winged ants. One night we had hundreds of them in between our lights and like the light cover in our kitchen before we remodeled it. It was like something out of a horror movie. So Skylar just checked one of the ant traps, and here is what he found. There are a ton inside of there. I'm saying probably like hundreds. So I guess it's working, which is a good thing. But we were kind of hoping there weren't that many coming in still. But that's a lot. So you added a second ant trap because the first one was getting full.
Yeah, that's definitely the gap they're coming in and out of.
It's just a little hole in the baseboard.
Well, it's a area where the caulk between the floor and the baseboard where we didn't put enough caulk.
So this morning I was surprised to find these traps were mostly empty. I swear there were hundreds of ants in these last night. Unfortunately, we don't really feel like we can quite get settled in yet. We have to keep a lot of our furniture pulled away from the walls because we are waiting for pest control to come in and take care of this ant problem.
Fortunately, these ants do not seem to be interested in food. We have not found a single one in our pantry or in any of our cupboards, but they do seem to love cardboard. So we had to get all of the cardboard out of our apartment as soon as possible.
And they bite.
They do bite.
We are really excited about our outdoor space here. We've got this shepherd's hook, and we know we're gonna put some wind chimes on one side of it. We're not really sure yet what we're gonna put on the other side. Maybe a hanging plant or maybe even a bird feeder.
Now we have also been working on transitioning our ponytail palms from indoor palms to outdoor palms.
Yeah, I did some research online, and they do like full sun, but people say if they have been indoors for a while, you have to transition them. So I've been having to move them from full sun to shade throughout the day. So eventually they'll be able to be in the sun all the time. Also, I am working on reviving this little guy. We almost lost him, but I think he's starting to come back. So tomorrow we are getting on a cruise to film for the main channel. And because of this move, we have done absolutely nothing to prepare other than check in. So while Skylar gets everything ready for the cruise, I'm gonna try to make us some lattes. We have been using the Community Coffee Dark and Bold Espresso Roast. We got it from Publix because it was BOGO, and we have really enjoyed it. It's very flavorful. Okay. All right, machine's ready already. But I am not. I'm pretty slow at this, I think. It's making some noise now. Here's our espresso. I don't think this is working. I made you latte art. What do you think it is?
A cloud. It's a beautiful cloud. Good job.
Thank you. It's supposed to be a heart.
Yeah, not hard.
We did end up embarking on our cruise the next day.
We're almost on the ship.
And while the ship is a controversial one, we cannot wait to share our experience. After the cruise, we flew to the Midwest to visit family and then jumped right back into filming when we got back to Florida. While we work on editing for Exploration, we will be sharing more behind-the-scenes content here on this channel. We'll see you soon.